This is the new car. Welcome back to another episode of Pro Driver. I don't know what number timing belt installation video this is. It's probably like 3 or 4, but we don't have too much left. Last episode we got the new water pump on, couple new seals, those seals, that seal. So now we just got to put some stuff on, like the timing stuff, tensioner, idler, the timing gear, some other bits and pieces, harmonic balancer, I think, maybe. But we're gonna start firstly with, we can do the thermostat later. So we do have new idler, and oh, I nearly lost it. New tensioner. Let's go throw those on. So pretty easy, self-explanatory. They've got a torque setting as well, so check online what the torque setting is. Pretty easy to find out what it is. What you would Google is your model, for example, no focus, like NA8 or 94 model, torque settings, tensioner pulley, timing belt. It should all come up. Idler pulley. It'll all come up and it'll tell you the right specs. So let's get both of these on. So the torque setting for both of these, the idler and the tensioner, are 28 to 38 foot-pounds. Anywhere in between. I usually go halfway, whatever the recommended setting is. We will torque down the idler bearing, but not the tensioner as yet. So the tensioner's on its little peg, and obviously you see it moves, so this tensions the belt. We've pushed it all the way this way to get this spring on, and then once this spring's on, we're going to push it back the other way. There's going to be a bit of tension because the spring's trying to hold it, and then we will tighten it up a bit more, but we will only torque down this one for now until this one's ready to be torqued down. That's all it needs. We have the new spring as well. If your spring doesn't come with this rubber boot, just take it off your old spring and slide it on. And where it's planning on going, I'm going to try and do this. So we want it in there, and I'm going to need some pliers. I don't know if that was just recording that. So we're on, oh focus, you fuck. We're on the little tensioner bit, and we've got to put it onto that peg. So I'm going to just grab some pliers and twist it up there. And like so. The spring is on. Loosen this off a touch. It is going to be a little tight because you do have this spring on it, so just loosen that off a touch and try and push this all the way with your hand. Don't use a tool on this, you don't want to scratch this. You want to push this as far as you can in the other direction and just nip it up so it won't bounce back, and then we will throw the timing belt on. Now we can throw on the gear, timing gear, and that front bolt section. So we've got timing gear. This is that plate that goes onto it, it's like guides the belt. I'm just going to give them a quick clean because it's fucking disgusting. So the key just sits in that slot. I just dropped it. Fucking hell. Key is in. Now we pop this over the top. Oh no, we gotta get timing belt on. So we've got that just at hand tight. We got the belt on as it's not tensioned yet, but how I got it on is I kind of put it on a little bit and pushed it around until it was all on, because it's a little bit hard to get on. So now that we've got the belt on, we can do timing. So remember the top dead center, it's kind of moved a little from me playing with it, just getting all this on. So what we can do is move that gear back to top dead center. As you can see, back in top dead center, or pretty close. It's pretty effing close. But so now we can do the timing. As you can see, this one's on the piss. This should be at 12 o'clock and 12 o'clock, and these lines should line up with this. So like that might even, no, I think that's lined up. It just got to rotate like a quarter of a tooth, but that's lined up. This one is not. So what we're going to do, take these off finally, because they shouldn't go anywhere. And what we can do, you can either, because this one's kind of in its spot, you can zip tie this timing belt to the gear so it cannot move out of its spot, or just try and hold it, and you got to keep tension on the bottom too so it doesn't lose its spot and come off and shit. But we've got to move it, what, 2 teeth? 1 tooth, 2 teeth. But yeah, we'll just move that. Alright, so after a bit of trouble, we did get it on. Let me get this out of here. So, step 1, we are at top dead center. Step 2, eye to eye is lined up as close as a tooth as possible. Obviously that's not the closest, this one is, I think. Yep, eyes lined up with this eye line, and the E is lined up with the E line. So now we will leave those on for now. We will tension up the belt as it's still not tight. A good way to know if you're timed correctly, in between the teeth, so starting from here, this sun is in the wrong spot, from here to this other line, oh, you can't see shit, the sun's directly behind me. So let's count 19 between here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Beautiful, we're in time. So let's tension this up. A good way to do it is loosen that bolt off again, and it should spring. There it goes, it's moved a bit. That was a lot for my little brain. I ended up having to pull out this And before you do the timing, blue Loctite this and torque down. It's something crazy, like just over 100 ooga doogas, what do you want to call it? Just over 100 foot-pound. So I went and did that, torqued that down, redid the belts. We're all lined up, 19 teeth between the marks, we're all good there. And I'll be able to show you, once you've got all that ready and you want to do the tensioner. So let me turn this around. So to tension it, what you want to do is, remember that little indent in the timing gear that we had? Well, it is not there anymore. I don't know if you'll be able to see because there's no light, but there's a little tooth there on the left. If you look at yours, you'll be able to see it's right in the center of the camera. You want to match that indent on the timing gear with that, and that is the tensioner bit. So once it's on there, go ahead and tighten this up to spec. I should have put Loctite in those two. Rip, I forgot. So you want to tighten that up, and then go ahead, once it's tight and torqued down to spec, go ahead back on top dead center like we are now, but obviously 180 degrees, so give me a sec. Alright, so there we go, top dead center. They're up high where they need to be, and tensioned. This one's got a little bit of lack in it, but apparently that's how it's meant to be. And tensioned. So that's done. That's tightened up. That's tightened up. That's tightened up. Everything's tightened up. We've got 19 teeth between here and here. So that's it. It's all done. Timing's done.